Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening, wherever you are and whenever you're watching this. So, welcome everyone to today's live, where I'm going to talk all about iron and its aspects of what's the other way around, should I say, in terms of like exercise on what it called iron will have on it or effects or what I can't speak. What iron will have in terms of when it comes in terms of exercise. So what I want to do today is obviously give you a ironclad way so you can make that even better. So as a little bonus or a little caveat, as an extra, as an incentive to stick around to the very end, and obviously I'll tell you what that bonus is going to be at the very end of today's live, is I'm going to give away a couple of extra bonuses that's going to help with you with your overall health and fitness goals. So my question to you watching is, have you ever wondered how your sweat drenched exercise routine might be doing a secret powerful dance with your iron levels? So that's what we're going to talk about today. So here is a little sneak peek of what we're going to cover. I'm going to look at the essential role iron plays in your body's functioning, how your exercise routine can influence your iron needs, a proven dietary strategy or strategies to enhance iron absorption, and then finally, obviously, expert advice on maintaining optimal iron levels. So where does iron come about, and what does it actually do? So obviously iron is, I'm not going to try and be a science teacher here for one moment or 1 second. Iron is obviously a mineral that the body needs in order for it to grow and to develop. Hemoglobin, those that are diabetic or anybody that's had a blood test between now, anytime in the past or in the future, would probably have come across hemoglobin to some extent. So on your blood work, be it, obviously that's what I use for the picture, HbA1c is to look for diabetes. But obviously when it comes to hemoglobin, hemoglobin is a protein contained in red blood cells, and it is responsible for delivering oxygen to the tissues. Obviously most of them and an extra to that is obviously myoglobin, is the protein that provides oxygen to the muscles. So I thought I'd add that as a little bit of an extra. But so we have a visual picture. Iron is the stuff that helps to create hemoglobin. So the hemoglobin is, I'm going to show myself so you can actually see my fingers, is the ring around the red blood cells. So that's the hemoglobin. And I'm not going to go too sciencey with that because it'd be too complicated otherwise. And with that, obviously, iron enables it to be your body's secret weapon. And it's virtually like the postal service for your oxygen delivery in your body. Without it, your energy takes a nosedive, and we don't do any, and we don't want that, and we obviously don't want to have energy taking a nosedive. So the explanation of the iron and hemoglobin is, imagine iron is a blacksmith forging a mighty sword, hemoglobin. It's the sword that your red blood cells use to transport oxygen throughout your body. So iron deficiency, aka anemia, is like going into battle with a toothpick instead of a sword. Not cool, right? So how does iron, or how does exercise impact your iron levels? And does exercise affect iron levels at all? So does exercise have anything to say about what your iron levels actually do? Well, believe it or not, it does, but it's not a villain. Regular exercise can up your body's iron demands a bit, especially if you're in the athlete mode or training like there's no tomorrow. But if you're just a regular Joe or Jane hitting the gym moderately, your iron levels should be cool. An extra bonus to that is it is a bit more complex as well. Exercise can increase your body's demands for iron and other nutrients like vitamin B12 due to an increased usage by your muscles. However, regular moderate exercise is unlikely to significantly deplete your iron levels unless you're an athlete or you engage in excessive training. Obviously, that's a topic for another day. No worries, Doris. Thanks for joining live. So, what is the role of your diet in iron levels? Or what is the role of your diet in iron levels? This will depend on your food can either be a hindrance or it can aid in absorption of iron. But here's in the plot twist. Your diet often holds the key to the kingdom. Wink, wink here. That a little bit of I'll do Lord of the Rings because these are the example. To that, obviously, where I got the idea of this talk is thanks to Mel Thompson, but I also had another input from Cozy Gonzalez to this of the food you put on your plate can either help or sabotage, but also what many people may not realize is that the root cause of low iron levels often stems from the diet. Cozy herself brought up a valid point with that. Your body's ability to absorb iron is influenced by what you eat. So we're going to go in what you need to do to actually improve the situation. So enhancing iron absorption. You absorb between 2 and 10% of non-heme iron that's consumed. And I think I pronounced that word correctly. If I haven't, obviously let me know in the comments. Boosting iron absorption. Is like adding rocket fuel to your journey. Picture this. Vitamin C is like your trusty co-pilot. You find it in things like oranges and broccoli. When you consume it with iron-rich foods, it's like giving your body a superhero kick, giving a superhero sidekick. They team up to make sure you get the most out of your iron. One way to boost iron absorption is by consuming foods rich in vitamin C alongside iron-rich foods. Vitamin C found in citrus fruits, dark green leafy vegetables, and obviously etal or more things, enhance the absorption of non-heme iron, which is found in plant-based sources. But wait, there's a villain in this story too. Foods high in phytates, calcium-rich monsters, and certain soybean proteins can be the iron absorption blockers. It's like trying to have a conversation with your neighbor's lawnmower running at full blast. It is essential to be aware of these inhibitors. Foods high in phytates found in grains and legumes, calcium sources like dairy products, and specific proteins in soybeans can reduce the absorption of non-heme iron. Additionally, beverages like tea and coffee, due to their tannic acid content, can lower iron absorption significantly. So my closing thoughts. In conclusion, exercise can indeed impact iron levels, mainly by increasing the body's need for iron. However, it's vital to remember that diets play a fundamental role in maintaining healthy iron levels. By making informed food choices and being aware of factors that enhance and inhibit iron absorption, you can better support your body's needs. Huge thanks to all that to wrap up, exercise does influence your iron levels, but your diet is the real MVP. Making savvy food choices, knowing what helps and what hinders your absorption, that's the power move. Your body's iron balance is in your hand. So I'm going to go next to a Q&A. So if anybody had any questions, queries, something they're not quite sure on, or how the iron in their own specific diet is affected, hindered, or they'd like to tweak certain things, obviously here's the time and the place to ask those questions. Felicia, thank you for joining on YouTube. If you don't have any questions pressing while I'm on the live, I will catch them on the replay on whichever platform that you're on, and I can answer them in the comments by all means. So huge thanks to all of you for joining this raw and real discussion. Remember, the key to a healthy life is knowing how to forge your own path. Until next time, keep learning and keep rocking that ironclad mindset.